to know, especially how to profit in a stock market crash. I'm offering a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor program. No nonsense, just actionable insights. Don't miss out. Sign up to be a Phil's Gang member and secure your financial freedom. Visit www.philsgang.com today.
That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
You listen to Jamie Dimon today. He says the consumer and corporate balance sheets are healthy.
When you look, really broadly at the sort of balance sheet of the consumer, it's in pretty good shape.
If one thing just grabs me is when they continue to lie, just like they lie about the inflation numbers, they lie about the PPI and the CPI. They don't tell the truth, what's going on. And I told my members today, the market I knew was going to rally. I've been telling everybody we're going to have one more rally before the market crashes. And we've been waiting for that rally. And I said, I think what's going to kick the rally off is going to be this week. I think you're going to see the market rally because now we finished the blackout. What's that? The stock buyback blackout. Now, the stock buyback blackout always begins 2 weeks prior to the quarter's end, then through the 48 hours after earnings release. So Friday, those 2 weeks are up. and you're going to have a lot of short covering. You're going to have a lot of stock buybacks, and they're going to try to run the market. They're going to try to get this rally going, and that's what's happening today. It's what you're seeing, same thing. Now remember, none of these rallies work. They never sustain themselves because we have too much debt. So everybody can look around and just say, oh, gee, we're up 343 points. So what? You really think it's going to last? None of the other rallies have lasted. We haven't had a rally. We haven't reached a new high in 1 year in 10 months. Every time we rally, we give it back. So why are we going to be so lucky this time? You know, people have no idea what's going on. You know, people keep jumping into bonds feeling they're going to be safe. Oh, my God. And that's really terrible. People buy bonds, right? I'm going to buy bonds. I want to be safe. I want to be safe. Bonds are risk. It's risk on. Bonds aren't safe. What are you, nuts? But people have in their mind, it's safe. I'm going to buy bonds. Stocks are terrible risky. No. Because, see, the majority of the people purchase bonds because they take them parking space in your head. Let's split your portfolio. We'll give you 60% bonds so you'll be safe. If you understand, it's the opposite. When you own bonds, remember, you're exposed to monetary policy. And if you have a bad president, you're screwed. Look at the monetary policy that your bonds are now exposed to. Spend, spend, spend. So you're exposed to interest rates. So when you are buying bonds and you think you're safe, no, it's high risk. Because you're being exposed when you buy a bond to interest rate hikes. When Biden put in his ridiculous monetary policy of green energy to destroy our oil independence, what happened? Oil, gasoline, food prices, everything that's made with oil, from lipstick to plastic, to containers, to plastic bags. Everything went up in price. It's called inflation. So the monetary policy, his decision, Biden, was, I'm going to turn around and shut down oil exploration. We're going to put windmills everywhere. Everything's going to be green energy. Now, so the problem with the bonds, you're tied to sometimes an idiot. And also remember, you're tied to the decision maker about interest rates. Who's that? It's the Federal Reserve. And the Federal Reserve has done nothing right. They've never done anything right, the Federal Reserve. Nothing. They have never made good decisions. And their decisions, again, you're tied to their decision, which is always tied to what? To interest rates. To interest rates. The federal government, they do little right. I mean, they tell me one thing that they do that's good, that you can look back and say, wow, what a good job they did. No, the federal government is incompetent. It does nothing well. It's slow. It's inefficient. And I'm talking about Powell and his people. Why? Because the federal government and like Powell and his team and his people is comprised of incompetent boobs, lazy bureaucrats. That if you put them on the outside, they couldn't make it. They could not make it in the private sector. Why would Powell be in a low-paying federal government job? Why isn't he out creating an empire? Because he's a dope, and they hire dopes. And they don't even hire people anymore for their skill. It's always, what race they are or what, they, we don't want to say. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, they don't hire people anymore and say, let's hire this guy. Let's see, let's vet him. Let's see how smart she is or he is. Oh, does she fit does he fit the color profile? Oh, no? Okay, well, that one's gone. What about sexual orientation? No, not that. I mean, it's just disgusting. This is what happens. It's just crazy. Now, I wouldn't mind if they want to pick that group of people and they're very, very smart and hardworking, fine. But they don't hire people vetting them with, are they smart first? That's the problem. I mean, this is crazy. So, the private sector, as a result, our free market, our capital system, has turned into a rigged market system. And it's comprised of fraud, lies. Matter of fact, lying has become the cornerstone of Washington. Just listen to the press secretary. She is a born liar. Lying has become the cornerstone of the White House, of Washington, of Congress, of TV, the financial news. Everybody lies. Give you an example. They're telling us how great the consumer is. The consumer's doing great, right? He's strong, how strong he is. Wait a minute. If that's the truth, then how come Amazon, Target, Walmart, who year after year would hire large carrier ships to bring in all kinds of inventory, extra inventory, in the summer for Christmas shopping season? If the consumer was strong, why'd they stop doing that? They don't do that anymore. That's right, they don't do that anymore. Target, Walmart, Costco, they're not bringing in their inventory over the summer. The average daily freight rate from China to LA, which stood at $1,800 per box in September, that's down from $7,000 in September of last year. Because see, they're not doing that anymore because the consumer's weak. He's not strong.
I don't know where people think things are bad if everybody says things are so amazing.
These people just lie to us. So this rally that we're having today, if you're making money as your stock is going up, sell into it. Take some profits. Because every rally we've had since March 2009 to January 2022, after that one rally, we failed every rally. Unbelievable. So sell into this rally.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing is to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, you can join our gang. We have, I believe, the best educational format in the country where you learn how to buy and sell stocks properly, where you also learn how to sell short. So you no longer have to sit there and see your portfolio go down and keep calling your broker, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do? You're already set up to short. See, when you know how to short a stock or a market, you don't have to be right. That's right. You don't have to be right all the time. When you don't know how to short and you got to depend on finding that right stock, you got to be right all the time. You got to be investing to perfection. Nobody's that good. So the pressure comes off once you learn how to sell short. I mean, even if you're in a stock and it's going up and then it turns and goes the opposite way on you, you can turn around and short it. What a difference it makes. And we have an education system here that shows you how to go long, how to read the bond market. We had a great webinar this weekend. It was beautiful. And one of the things I spent an hour on was the bond market. So you understand how the bond market works, so you know what a stock is going to do. When you watch the bond market, it's going to tell you if your stock's going to go up or your stock's going to go down. 99% of the people don't know that. They buy stocks, never look at the bond market. And talking about bonds a moment ago, few people understand the bond market. Stop buying bonds thinking you're going to be safe. Bonds are subject to interest rate hikes. You're exposed to dopes like Powell. Can you imagine Powell? You depending on Powell to make right decisions? Powell? This guy right here, listen to him.
Yields are going up for the wrong reason. One of the issues that's going on right now is that yields are going up because of two facts. One is the Treasury supply, which we've been talking about for the last couple months. We think it's a big deal, and that's only going to get worse. And the second thing is due to inflation.
Okay, wrong one. I'm the dope on that one. Here's Powell.
Rates have moved up significantly. I think it's always hard to say precisely, but most people do a common decomposition of the.
Wait a minute. Say what? What do you mean? It's hard to determine what? Why it's going up or down? Wait a minute. What the hell is he talking about?
Rates have moved up significantly. I think it's always hard to say precisely, but
what?
Most people do a common decomposition of the increase, and the view will be it's not mostly about inflation expectations. It's mostly about other things.
It's not about inflation, and most people do what? A decomposition. What do they do?
Rates have moved up significantly. I think it's always hard to say precisely, but most people do a common decomposition of the increase, and
common decomposition of the. I don't even know what the hell that is. I've been in this business 50 years. What the hell is a common decombination? A common decombination? I can't wait to get home tonight. That's my motto. How I got to do a common decombination. Can you help me with my common decombination? Unbelievable. So Biden puts in monetary policies of green energy, which destroyed our oil independence. Prices went up. And what does he do? They start raising rates. And when they raise rates, they're hurting you in the bond market. You're screwed. Anytime Biden puts in a monetary policy, it's not to help you. I mean, anybody put in a monetary policy, we're going to stop drilling oil in our country and we're going to go buy it from our enemies, is a pretty stupid person. Or they're doing it for their own reasons, money on the side or whatever. But when you have a monetary policy that you're spending more money than the tax revenue, and you know that, how can you not know that? Can you imagine saying, I'm going to put in a monetary policy where I'm spending more money than I collect? And that means we're going to have deficits. So my monetary policy is going to be one of deficit spending. Imagine having someone tell, and you're a bondholder, and you're tied to an idiot, to a dope whose monetary policy is deficit spending, spending more money than they take in. That's inflationary. Are you kidding? Wow. Remember, the Fed, they control the short-term rate. Powell decides how much you're going to pay in interest. He decides. And he doesn't know what he's doing. He decides when he's going to raise interest rates. And he doesn't know what he's doing. And you're buying a bond and saying, I'm going to buy bonds because I want to depend on a dope who doesn't know why he's raising interest rates. Well, what you do is go make sure you do what he says. What did he say? Go do I don't know what the hell go do a decompensation. There you go. You don't have to worry anymore. Go you and your wife on the weekend, Saturday, sit down and do a decompensation of decompensation. You'll know what to do with your stocks then. And when he raises rates, your car's going to go up. Your car payments, your home payment, your business loans are going up. Are you kidding? Your school loans, your credit cards. When rates go up, the value of your bond investment goes down. So think about this. They're telling you to buy a bond so you can be safe. Buy bonds so you're safe. And you're tying your financial welfare to a dope who controls the interest rates, who can screw you just because he's stupid. See, few understand that. What few understand is when Biden and Congress keep spending more than the tax revenue, they need to borrow. When they borrow, they compete against the banks. Think of what they do. You think bonds are good? So now they're spending more than they take in tax revenue. Now they say to the people who are in the bank savings, hey, you savers in the bank, people, you got money in the bank, they're giving you 0.5%, keeping your money there for 90 days. I'm going to give you 5.4% for 90 days. What the hell is that? You're taking people, depositors, out of the bank?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4600.
4264.
To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor Program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
It's very clear to us in our great economics department that we're not going to have a recession. We're going to have a soft landing, and we're not going to have 2 negative quarters in a row, and we're going to get through this.
Global growth is expected to slow further this year and next, according to the latest projections by the IMF.
People are telling me that we're going to have a great recovery. I just don't see it. How do you have this great recovery without a contraction, without a pullback? There's no pent-up demand, and so I think numbers are too high, and with valuations where they are, you could have a very difficult first half of next year.
I think they're going to be hard-pressed, folks, to put this economy into a recession, which, frankly, is what's necessary to get down to 2%. I don't think they're going to do it in an election year. I think they're going to settle at 3%.
You're never going to see 2%. Never again you're going to see 2%. No way. And here's another thing that people don't realize, especially if you're in bonds, that you think you're going to be okay, you're going to be safe. You're not. Because, see, he cannot lower rates to push the market back up again. That's why we've had 4 failures since the high of 477 on January 2022. That's why we've had these failures. 4 of them. So if someone thinks today is the big rally, and Friday we're going to have a big rally and it's going to hold, it can't hold. Rallies don't hold. Why didn't 4 of them hold? And why isn't this one going to hold? For the same reason, the rally didn't hold from January 2022 to October 2022 when it dropped 30% for the same exact reasons. We have rising rates, inverted yield curve, our deficits are terrible, our national debt's increasing like crazy, slow economic growth, our country's increasing borrowing like crazy, weak productivity, worse than 72 years, weak manufacturing, worse than 14 years, weak new orders. Those are the same reasons, and including the big one, the inverted yield curve, historic debt and deficits, that's the killer, and worst earnings in 25 years. That's what took the market down from January of 2022 to October 2022 and failed 4 times trying to get back there. But everybody thinks today's the day. This is it. This is it. We're on our way. This is it. No, it isn't. It's because look, here's why. Because the Biden monetary policy, when he gave us the 3 massive spending bills, do you know how inflationary that was? That was insane. They're all handouts. The American COVID Rescue Plan, the Inflation Reduction Plan, the Omnibus Bill. And now, don't forget, he's taking care of the war in Ukraine and now the war in Israel. They're taking care of that. We're going to pay for all that. Debt's rising 60% faster than the economy, and you think this rally today is going to hold? You think it's going to hold when debt's rising 60% faster than our economy is growing? 35, and our debt is rising 35% faster than your wages. And debt to GDP, the ratio of our debt to economic growth is at 125. It's supposed to be at 65. Wages to inflation. This is insane. 2.5%. That's insane. So again, the interest we're paying in 2021, we paid on our debt $350 billion. Now we're paying $750 billion. The deficits is double from 2022 to 2023. Bond values are tanking. To fix the bond damage, all you got to do is put up TLT on your chart. Here, I'll do it for you if you're following me. I'll put up. You want to see the damage that you've gotten so screwed? And you're listening to people tell you to buy bonds to be safe? What are you, nuts? There you go. Here, I'll put up 1 year. Look at this. Your bond values have been going down since December of 2022. Look at this. Now, what we're doing, and I said this in class today, we're going to very slowly, we're going to start buying TLT. That's the symbol. Check it out. That's the BlackRock Institutional 20-year Treasury bond. Because I think people are going to get so scared, they're going to buy so many bonds. The bonds are going to, the TLT is going to turn around and go up. Turn around is going to go up. We can make a lot of money on it. Now, I'm not sure, not 100%, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. So I said, all these rallies are not sustainable. You can't have three regional banks go belly up first, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic, Signature, because they're upside down by $50 billion. In other words, the value of their portfolio tanked by $50 billion. Then you have 180 additional regional banks. The value of their portfolio tanks by $650 billion. And to hold these banks up, to kick the failing bank can down the road, they come in with $2 trillion in this emergency bank term funding program, hold it up. See, if you understand that banks take their cash and they buy bonds and they buy mortgage-backed securities and they put in their portfolio and they sit there and they're capturing maybe 2%, 2.5%, and then on the other side, you got this idiot Powell pushing interest rates up. So all of a sudden, they're sitting there with income of, let's say, 3%, and their rates are at 5%, and you want to know they're going broke, the banks? This is Powell. He needs to do more of his, what's it called? Needs to do more of his decompensation through decompensation. Decomposition. He's got to do more decomposition through decomposition. That's what he's telling us to do. So the crowding out is what's really going to take this market and this economy down. Think what they're doing. They're telling the people who have money in the banks, take your money out. This is Biden. Take your money out of the banks. Don't put your money in the banks. We don't want you to have money in the banks so your bank can lend to small businesses, small startup businesses, or already existing small businesses, the backbone of our nation. No, we don't want them lending. So we're going to take the money out of their bank, and we'll give you, in 90 days, 5%. Where they're only giving you, what, 1.5? We'll give you 5%. Can you imagine them offering 5%? That's called crowding out. Now the banks are really screwed. And you think this rally is going to last? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. And then take China. Look at the debt we have with China. Most people don't realize the most significant threat to our nation, to our security, is inflation and our debt, because our nation's security is linked to China. Our security of this is linked to China. Remember, they're the ones that loan us money. Our national debt grows. So we are more and more beholden to China as our debt grows. Can you imagine that? So the next time you're talked into buying a bond, why don't you try, instead of buying bonds, join our gang. It's 10 days. You know, if first 10 days are free, and we have the best educational system, I think, in the country. We will educate you how to invest in stocks, so you don't have to trade to perfection. You don't always have to worry to find a stock that's always going up. It's not necessary, because you're going to learn how to sell short. And the other thing people don't realize, this rally's not going to last today. Now, it may last today through Friday, maybe because they're going to go ahead and do all this short covering on Friday, because you remember the date of blockout is done on Friday, the buybacks. But we're going to talk about deficits when we get back. That's why this market's not going to last. You need to know how to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth. You get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Join Phil's gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Are these unrealized losses, in other words, going to become very material over the next couple of years, or do you think banks can earn their way out of them?
What you have is some banks made bad bets and they should suffer the consequences, or as Paul said, bail out the people that made mistakes and reward the people that did well.
Why don't you answer the question? No, they can't earn their way out of this. You can't earn your way out of this. Look, everyone should realize that we have the stock buyback blackout, which is a big deal. Okay, it's going to end this Friday. So what you got here today, you got some stocks that they're starting to cover their short position because they know the stocks are going to rally on Friday. Okay, so they're trying to get in early. Now, here's the thing you got to remember, and this is why I think we have the best educational when it comes to how to buy and sell stocks. Nobody gives you an education like Phil's gang. Here, I'll give you an example. So today, Travelers went up. Now, here's what people don't realize. First of all, if you take the high of Travelers back in January 2023, let's go back to that high. That was at a high of 193. Now, if I take a low, it's been at 150. Now what you do is you split that in half, and that's 172. So I'm going to draw a little line here at 172. Now, why is that important? Okay, because that's called the 50% rule. So I'm going to put a high up here near 195. That's the high, and then I'm going to draw a line against the low about 150. That's 159. So what it tells you is that everybody who's been shorting the stock from 195 down to 159, they're starting to buy their positions back because they know on Friday the blackout, stock buyback blackout, is over. So they started to cover their short position. So now if I divide, take the high of 195, take the low of 159 and cut that in half, I know at 172, that's called your 50% rule. Means it can easily go from where it was at 159 to 171. Why? Well, because everybody who shorted, they're buying their own stock back. That moves the stock up. And then you have tourists who don't know what they're doing. They see the stock go up, they come and jump in and they buy. But once it gets to the 50%, think of the 50% rule. Above that 50%, let's say from 172 up to 193, for the hell of it, tremendous amount of sellers up there. There's how are you going to get through all those sellers? These are all people who made a mistake and who bought this stock, TRV, from 172, let's say, to 192. Those are all sellers now. They don't want their stock. The only reason why it went up is because everybody who sold short are taking their profits and they're buying it because they know Friday comes, they know the market's going to rally. Well, they know it's going to start rally before Friday, and they're taking their profits. They'll never get beyond that 50% rule. Why? Because this is not a normal stock market. The country is in deep trouble. We have debt and deficits like we never had before. So it's not like, oh, it'll just go up. I mean, people think the market will just go up. It doesn't work that way. I mean, if you think our deficits and think of our debt is so high that the consequences of that, our standard of living is decreasing. We have all these higher interest rates, which means rates are still going to go up. We have nobody's putting business investment in. Nobody's doing, hey, I'm going to put $100,000 or $1 million in business investment. No, they're not doing that. Economic growth couldn't go slower. So this deficit we have now, the consequences are it causes inflation. It's killing us, the inflation. It's deepening the yield curve. It's increasing our national debt, reducing our savings, reducing economic growth. I mean, go on all night here. So how could this hold? It's not. So the people who are in the bond market, you got to stop this thinking, I'm going to buy bonds to be safe. No. You know, the whole battle, I heard someone talk about it the other day, and it was so true. I don't know who said this, but they're talking about, over this weekend I heard it, they're talking about the whole fight in Washington, it wasn't over the speaker. It was about the national debt. The spending going wild. That's what this is all about. They added $1 trillion to national debt in 90 days. And they're going to lift the ceiling. This is reckless spending, reckless deficits. And then they keep on financing these deficits. So everybody has turned around and bought all this money, no interest rates, for 14 years. And the same people who bought all this money free, their corporate debt is at an all-time high. But they're not paying zero anymore. They're paying 7 to 8%, not zero. These companies are dead. Why do you think all you hear with earnings now, how they're pushing the stock market? Everything is, oh, they beat their expectations on profit. Oh, they beat their expectations on the bottom line. They beat their expectations on their own expectations. And the tourist is lapping it up, buying these stocks. Oh, they beat their expectation? And the tourists don't even know, don't even have a clue. It's their own expectation, you dopes. Where's the earnings? There's no earnings. And listen to what they say on the call. You want to hear what they're saying going forward. How well are they going to do going forward? That's what you want to hear. This is what you learn when you come to our school. You're going to learn. And then you got freedom. The only way you're going to get freedom in investing if you know how to buy a stock and sell a stock short, and you understand how the bond market works and use it as an aid to help you make good decisions when you buy a stock or when you don't buy a stock. Once you learn how the bond market works, what a difference it makes. Huge, huge, once you understand the bond market. So again, there's no more quarter points. There's no more half points. It's over. It's now 7 to 10%. And people haven't even got a clue what that means. They yawn. Okay, they're paying 10% now. It used to be zero. We haven't even felt, you know why we haven't felt it yet? Because of what Powell did. He bailed out the banks, but they're not bailed out. It's temporary. It's all temporary. That emergency program, that bank term funding program, is to artificially holding this whole market up. And another pool of $15 billion they put together just for the 5 biggest banks to buy Apple and Microsoft. But it's over. It's over. And here's the other problem. We have too much money supply out there. Remember, for 14 years, they've been putting trillions of dollars, printing all this money, giving it to their banks, and say, go lend, go lend, go lend. Well, how do you get that money supply out? See, that's why spending still goes on. There's still money supply out there. How do you reduce the money supply? Well, they're telling us that the Federal Reserve, they have on their balance sheet $8 trillion worth of stock. They have mortgage-backed securities and bonds. That interest income, they used to take it and go and buy more stock buybacks. They called it stealth. They would say, well, we're done with stock buybacks. No, they used to take their interest income from their mortgage-backed securities and their bonds, and they go and give the money to the 5 biggest banks. They go in and they buy the bonds to keep the market going up. Still some of that's going on. So there's only one way for this market to go, is down. There's nothing going to say that we're beyond that point. So take advantage of it. Don't fight it. And if we're wrong, then we'll be right. We'll just go long again, that's all.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.